Welcome to the live look-in. Great to have you here. We're going to get started here in just a couple seconds. Let's send out all the social media stuff here, EB. Get people coming on in.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Now that we are live, we can start sending the messages out.
Barracuda.
Beautiful. There we go. We should be out and about to everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well.
Opioid addiction.
Opioid addiction.
You and what you love.
Ads. So many ads. On any
Everything's
video you want to watch, man. So many ads.
This is what I want. This has to be the song at the dumb ride.
Is that his intro music?
No, this is Barracuda
Oh.
by Heart. Barracuda.
Watch out though for putting too much of that out there on the YouTube. You never know what could happen.
Are we on YouTube right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Da-da-da-da, Barracuda.
So funny.
It's a
I can
family
see it.
invert. That's all
Yeah,
this
there
is,
you go.
right? Yeah. Okay,
Oh, the Barracuda invert. That's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right, my friends. Do we need to talk about anything else? Right? We'll just roll through this.
Yeah, it's great. Good. Barracuda.
And then the second half of the show is all pretty fast. It's just going through,
Mhm.
all the we don't. It's a lot, but we can get through it pretty quick. All right. If you are ready, I am ready.
Oh, do you want to talk about? I mean, I didn't bring it into the house. I have to go get it. Matt sent us a package with prizes for the Real Design Contest.
Do you
want
want
to
to
do that next week?
Yeah, maybe next week or the week after, because the week after that we're going to do Halloween stuff next week, and that'll
Okay,
be
then
a
we do it.
full show. And
Okay.
then that would be a good off-season thing to talk about when we do Real Design.
Yeah, and I think we can kind of tee it up by opening that in the mailbag, and then say it's going to be for next year.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it should overlap with the Ultimate.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I think if it overlapped with the Ultimate, it would be too much happening at once. So I think it would be a season 21 thing that maybe we start. Maybe start right away. Start in January.
Have we heard anything from SeaWorld Orlando?
No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. So we've got to check and see what's up.
Yeah.
I'll write another email and say, hey, have you heard anything?
To
our contact there. Okay. Yeah, maybe like you said, maybe it's after the meetup. Because we're going to be putting a lot of effort in on the meetup and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think that would be good timing for it too.
And good during the off season, as Matt is saying there in the chat room. All right, my friends, are you guys ready? Are you? I guess it's just you and me. I mean, but yeah. All right, here we go. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I am here with... sorry, hang on. Let me do that again. I coughed. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I'm here with my friend EB. We are ready to talk theme parks and thrill rides.
That's right, Mike. This is going to be a really dorky episode of Coaster Radio. We're not talking about Halloween stuff, even though it's October time, but the surveys have been coming out from the parks. This is the time of year at the end of the season. Of course, the end of the season extends all the way into October now, but the end of the season is when the parks start teasing and asking questions about what should we build next at our park. And we've been seeing them trickle out the last couple of weeks from all of the different parks. You've seen them on Reddit. You've seen them getting posted, going around on social media as people are getting these surveys. Second half of this week's show, we're going to go through all the surveys, all of the ideas, and all of the things that might be coming to the parks in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I like this because it's always fun to dream about what could be coming to the parks. And I like seeing these surveys to see what actually ends up in the parks. Like sometimes they have ideas and none of it comes true. Like it sounds like the greatest idea ever, but then it doesn't happen at any of the parks. So it'll be interesting to see especially as we go through the parks and you see the same ride mentioned for multiple
Yes.
locations.
Family launched coaster.
Yes,
Anybody?
right. Yeah, exactly. So, are they all getting one or is just one? And I'm curious, do they really listen to those surveys? So it's going to be fun to go through that. That's in the second half of the show. But we've got some great stuff before we get there.
That's right. Let's start, Mike. Let's do some news with our first drop.
Yeah, the business side of theme parks is always very interesting. To me, it's not my favorite thing to cover here on the show. Like I always love covering the creative and like things like rumors, like we're going to get to in the second half. But it is important to talk about the business side, especially when it crosses over with celebrity.
I suppose that makes it even more important, doesn't it? Because celebrities make everything better.
Yeah, that's
Ugh.
right. That's right. That's
No,
right.
no,
Yeah.
this is interesting. This is what is this? Travis Kelce, famous boyfriend of Taylor Swift, also football player, I think.
Yeah.
Um, he
Does he do that too? Oh, that's right. That's
joined
right.
up with an investment firm to buy up a 9% interest in Six Flags.
Yeah.
This is wild, and I didn't even know this, but I guess this is so out of touch I am with, I guess, pop culture, Mike. I didn't even know this guy had like a incredibly popular podcast. He's been talking about Six Flags and stuff on the podcast in the past.
Hmm.
Just announced that yes, indeed, he has bought up interest in Six Flags. I guess he grew up in Cleveland. I didn't know this, so he was going to Cedar Point as a kid. There's videos going around now of him as a kid at Cedar Point, and he's talking about, yeah, I rode the Millennium Force. So
The Millennium Force. Yes,
yeah,
yes, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he
But he's
posted
buying it.
on
Yep.
yeah, so like he's hooked up with this activist investor group called Jana Partners.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, they bought a 9% stake in the company. What was that, like $200 million or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And then he posted this on Instagram this week. He said, "To all my fellow theme park and amusement park lovers, I have some exciting news. Couldn't pass up the opportunity to continue the tradition and make Cedar Point and Six Flags even more special for the next generation of families. So crazy to even imagine this is real, but you got to love when life comes full circle." So there you go. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how that, like, is life coming full circle, meaning that he was the kid who went to amusement parks and now he's super rich and bought some of it.
I guess so.
Is
I
that a
guess that is
circle?
it. Yes, I
Is
guess
that a
that's the
circle?
circle. The circle of life, as Elton
I don't know
John
how
once
that's-
wrote.
I don't
Yeah.
know how that's a circle. I think the circle would be you have a kid and take them to Cedar Point, but that's not,
Yeah.
What do I
Yeah.
know about circles, Mike? An activist firm. This was something that I was confused about. I was
Mhm.
like, oh, is he like a weird, like religious nut political? Like, what's the activism here? It's like Greta Thunberg bought the park. I don't know what happened. No, an activist firm simply means they're not a passive investment firm. They
Right.
are an active investment firm. So they're not just buying it as an investment to just take money in as investors who are smart about where to invest. They buy up interest, and then they are active participants in how the business is run by buying a certain control,
Yeah.
enough of ownership that they can actually influence the management
Yeah.
of the whatever the company is.
Yeah. And if you ask me, man, they're brilliant because if they're making this guy the face of it, and this
Mhm.
guy, is talking about, hey, I went to Cedar Point when I was a kid and I want to see it be as great as it was. That great idea, man, because he's going to be the face. People are going to be listening to him say all this rah stuff about the park. Nobody's cares about the behind the scenes stuff that's going on in the boardroom and trying to force people out and stuff like that. It's brilliant. It's a great idea. Yeah.
No, I think it is. They need. He's basically going to be their mascot slash
Yeah.
cheerleader slash propaganda man,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
From now,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is fine, and I guess
Yeah.
that's going to be hopefully good if we are to trust him at his word that he loves the parks and wants to see them grow and be awesome. Super. This is only a good thing, and I'd love to know, directly from him, and maybe we should just be the first person to comment on his Instagram and directly solicit him and fall down at his feet. Oh wait, that wasn't us. That was somebody else.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But I mean, through the magic of the Costa Radio podcast, anything is possible, EB. I know that probably a lot of theme park podcasts, maybe even the Disney ones, are probably falling all over themselves trying to get him on the show first.
Mhm.
But we're the original theme park podcast, man. I think it's like it. All we have to do is open the magic door, and shit happens.
And that's it.
Yeah, there you go. Oh wait,
That's you. You're first.
oh yeah, See what I mean? Travis, welcome. Welcome to Coaster Radio, sir.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Man, I'm so pumped. Oh, Six Flags is my favorite park. Has always been. I love rides. I love flags. It's like destiny, bro.
Oh, you love rides and flags. I like that. So, Travis, tell us, this is really weird. We talked about the whole full circle moment. Why get into the amusement park business?
I just want to give back, man. Football's got 4 quarters, 6 flags, 6 parks.
Wait. No, not 6 parks. They've got 42 parks.
Yeah.
But why not? We'll just go ahead and go with your maps.
42 parks. Oh, shit, man, that's wild. That's even bigger than I thought. All right. Football plus flags is going to be a winner. I'm going to get killer ideas in the parks, make it my own personal NFL National Fun League. Let's go.
Oh, there we go. I like that. So, oh, wait. That's my part. Sorry.
Oh, one of those. What? Hang on, I'll be right there. Yeah. No, I'm talking to the coaster guys.
Wait. Was that Taylor Swift in the background?
Yeah, that was Taylor, but not the one you're hoping for. That was Taylor Bybee.
Oh.
He's excited about all my new ideas for Six Flags.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was his voice in the background. Okay, so what type of new rides would you build if you were running Six Flags?
Oh, dude, I got plays for days. First up, Gridiron Gauntlet. You start in a tunnel like a football player, fog machine, blasts you in the face, and then the ride launches you in a 70-mile-an-hour tackle from an animatronic linebacker.
Wait, a 70-mile-per-hour tackle from an animatronic linebacker? That doesn't sound safe at all, man.
It's not. It's like playing football, bruh. Just like it.
Okay, fine.
Kelsey's touchdown drop. You get lifted 200 feet in the air. Then as you fall, you have to spike a churro on a target. You hit it. You win a jersey. You miss. Bucket of Gatorade dumped on your head. Yeah, bro.
Wow, so this is just like football, man. Okay, so I see where you're going with this, Travis.
Yeah.
All right. So wait, what about food? Six Flags has been upgrading their dining recently. Is there anything you're going to add to this?
Yeah. Kelsey's Nacho Dome. Massive helmet of nachos. You eat your way to the end zone, the finish line. If you do finish it, we'll carry you out on a stretcher.
I guess so.
A helmet full of nachos on your head.
You're so full. Okay. And what about theming? That's something we talk about here. Do you have any non-football ideas, or is everything football?
Superheroes are at Six Flags. How about this? Quarterback in space, Mike. Yeah. Game. Mission 4th and long. You got to throw a meteor into a black hole before defense. The aliens tackle your spaceship.
It's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, but with more concussions.
Exactly. You get it. You get it, man. Yeah. Wait, Tyler, hang on. Taylor, whatever your name is. Yes, I'll tell them. Taylor wants me to tell you about my big vision to reimagine Six Flags.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, Taylor Bybee is right. We do want to hear it.
All right. Picture this, bro. I'm making Six Flags just like a baller NFL stadium experience. Yeah, bro. Game. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Tell me more. I like that. Kind of the NFL experience at a stadium. It's always pretty good.
Snacks, lit. Straight up money. A turkey leg, $20. Pretzel, $18. Soft drink, call it the premium. Sideline fuel, and it's going to be $25. Just like luxury suites to watch the big games. We're going to have VIP sections on every roller coaster. You pay extra for padded seats. We give you complimentary earplugs, someone to hold your Nacho Dome while you ride.
Okay, so this is I see where you're going. Okay, yeah.
VIP experience. Even the bathrooms are themed. You get my idea. Urinals are goalposts, Mike. They're right there.
What?
I want to see you take a leak from 25 yards and split those uprights. You get points. I know you can do it. 3 points.
I might be able to hit it from like 10 yards out, man, but 25, that's out of my range, dude.
Oh, Taylor says you're basic, man.
Oh, what? Taylor Bybee said that?
No, that time it was Taylor Swift. Haha, she's going to have a song about you now. It's going to be called Lift Hill Loser, Can't Hit the Uprights.
No. She's going to write a song?
Look for her next album.
Oh, man.
All
there
right,
it goes.
Later, bro.
Oh, there it goes. Taylor Swift's going to write a song about me peeing, EB. How horrible is that? Oh, because I can't hit it from 25 yards out.
I guess so. That's so crazy.
You know how we always said, like, we have to make the show fun for us? I'm sitting in my office today on my lunch break writing about peeing through uprights through the goal
I think this is all very, very good for you and me to crack up about. And then everybody else is like, this isn't funny, but yes, it is. Y'all just don't know.
Yeah. I don't know,
I
man. I was cracking myself up with like the vision of like goalposts
I'm
on the
cracking up with the
urinals.
vision of this doofus in the Six Flags boardroom telling them how to run their parks.
Yeah.
Guys,
Hey guys, here's what we're gonna do.
I just have a lot of money and I'm married to the richest person on the earth. So
Oh,
here's how you should run your parks. The Millennium Force.
yeah, yeah. The millennial, yeah, the Steel
The
Vengeance. They're,
the Millennium Force.
they're not okay. There's no way she gets involved, right? You don't have like Taylor Swift lands and stuff like that coming our way with this, right? That's not happening, right?
No.
There are people out there talking about it today, saying, "Oh, that's what's next. That's what they're going to do, and they're going to make tons of bank." But I don't know, man. I don't think that's happening.
I don't think there's a crossover audience there. Do you?
I think the younger, like the kids I see at the park are who are Taylor Swift fans. Yes, I think there is.
You
I just
think that there's like 12-year-olds or 35-year-olds. I don't know who Taylor
yeah.
Swift fans are anymore. Like walking through the park and then they're like, "Oh, I hate riding spinning roller coasters. Oh, but that one has Taylor Swift playing in the queue line and her face is on the roller coaster car and that makes them want to ride it."
Yes, I think
Okay.
you would have
Okay.
a certain
Yeah, bro.
yeah yeah like, and if she became, imagine, let's put it this way, what if she was like the Dolly
The-
Parton for Six
Oh,
Flags?
I was going to say the Mr. Six, but
Yeah, oh yeah, okay,
that
yes,
makes more
but
sense. That
yeah,
does make more sense.
but you know how like Dolly Parton will just come through Dollywood like twice a year and do a parade and be like, "Hey y'all, I'm here for
I just want
opening
it to be
day."
called Taylorwood.
Taylorwood, yeah, there you go, yeah. I mean, would they do that with like one of the parks? What if you took, I mean, which park could you do that?
Cedar Point is his park. I mean,
Yeah,
that's his
yeah.
home park. He grew up in Cleveland. So if they take Cedar Point and they make it Taylorwood,
Oh, I would love it if like Tony Clark was working at Taylorwood, like that was, where his home base was. That'd be great. Yeah.
oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, sure, why
You
not?
never know. We're living in weird times, man. Anything can happen these days. So this does not surprise
Goalposts
me.
on the urinal,
Yeah.
absolutely a
Yeah,
real thing.
Why not? Remember back in the day, they used to put like ads on the urinal stalls. Why not just make goalposts?
This toilet brought to you by Frosted Flakes. That was
Yes.
a real thing, kids. Look it up.
And I think I could hit it from 10 yards out if I really tried.
That's 30 feet.
Yeah, that is a long way.
That's a long way.
All right, let's reality.
How far could you pee?
I'm
This
trying to figure
podcast is
out.
going off the rails.
Off the rails. I'm just thinking about it.
I mean, height matters too. Like how high are you? Like if you were
Yeah.
up, you could get a lot farther.
I really hope that lady who didn't like my story about holding hands on the roller coaster isn't listening, because she's really not going to like the. He was talking about how far you could pee. Oh my god!
All right, let's move on. Mike. Let's do some quick hits.
Quick hits.
Oh no! He's
Oh no!
talking about urination on a podcast about roller coasters.
All right. Well, from Taylorwood to another
Yes.
park that has a
Yes.
bad name,
Oh.
Codaland.
Codaland, man.
Codaland. That's the park that needs a new name. Codaland.
I get it that
Circuit
it's
of
Circuit.
the Americas.
Yes,
It's a
yeah.
racetrack and it's a
Right.
park that's right next to the racetrack, and that's why it's called Codaland. Well, we've got Circuit Breaker, the tilt coaster, the second tilt coaster to be built in the United States. Finally, is it testing? Is it open? It's testing.
It's testing, but if you were listening to this show when you should listen to it as soon as it drops on Thursdays. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And
First riders.
just for people who are listening later, that would be the October 23rd, 24th, 25th. They are having a Formula One United States Grand Prix on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If you have a ticket to that event, you can also buy a ticket to ride the roller coaster.
Oh,
But you can't
cool.
just go and ride the roller coaster. You have to have a ticket for the race.
Oh, that makes me want to go to a race, I guess.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, how much? I guess the ticket to the race might be kind of expensive, but man,
I
that's
have
kind
no
of a
idea.
good,
Oh, excuse me.
Are you watching the POV right now?
I
'Cause you want me
was.
to
I
put
was
that
just
in
bringing it up.
Yeah, so watch it, EB, and tell me, better than Siren's Curse, equal to,
Well, I
or
can tell you
or a
now, it's
second
not
place.
better than Siren's Curse, right? I mean,
I
it's way
watched it
smaller.
through. I watched it through, and on first glance, I mean, it looks like a good ride, but it is shorter than Siren's Curse. It's got a couple
Definitely
of
not as
good.
high.
It's got some good elements. I like it. It's also got some weird sounds, by the way. Listen to it because I guess that the wheels have not adjusted yet, so you hear some weird squeaks. But I don't I don't think Cedar Point has anything to worry about this usurping it and
No,
becoming yeah.
and it's just a. I'm sorry, but parks don't be such a mess. I get it's still kind of under construction, this whole area of the park, but it's a mess. It looks like it's built into an old vacant lot with a bunch of garbage. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I wondered if they should have held off on the POV because it looks like it's just in a construction site right now. And I
It
know,
really does. It's all dirt, and then there's like containers and a bunch of
yeah,
construction materials all over the place.
yeah. Well, maybe they should have waited unless they're trying to strike up people buying tickets for this weekend. I get that, but yeah, it does look a little bit of a mess right now. But I mean, it looks like a good ride. There's that first inversion that is on the ride that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Reminds me a little bit of the one of the inversions on at Hershey Park on not Lightning Racer. What about Storm Runner?
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
which is fantastic. So it's got a little similar to that, but I
No, it
like
looks
these
great. It's
rides.
just
It's
not
fun.
it's
Yeah,
just not as big, that's all.
right, right.
It's just not as big. And I
Yeah,
think, just like Siren's Curse, I think this is a ride for people on the ground. I don't think this is necessarily a ride that you need to get excited about actually riding. It's a
right.
ride that it's more for the people on the ground. It really is, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Yep.
very curious. I don't think any of our listeners cross over into Formula One, but if you do and you happen to be there, this is a great time to send us a trip report.
Oh, wouldn't that be
Yeah,
fun?
that'd be cool.
Cool.
Because yeah,
Great.
I'm interested to see like the first coaster fans who get there to ride
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. At Epcot, there's the Ratatouille Dark Ride,
Yes.
and it's by all accounts a fun ride, and people love it. And for a while, it was in 3D. You know, you get the 3D classes, you go through, and
Is
um,
this the one where you go into the kitchen and you're shrunk down to the size of a mouse?
yes, yes, and so you kinda run through and everything's huge and it's fun. It's a screen-based ride mostly, but, people seem to like it. It was in 3D when it opened, but now they are dropping the 3D altogether, and
Oh, how long has this been? It hasn't been open that long.
not that long. I mean, like, a couple of years, I guess, but, it's funny that we're seeing at a lot of parks, kind of 3D going away. You don't have as many 3D attractions anymore, and people aren't like, leaning on that. So I'm wondering because we have Oculus Rifts and, Meta glasses and all this stuff and things that sort of bring virtual reality and 3D into our homes, is 3D going away at the parks? Like
Is
you
it
don't see 3D theaters anymore.
It's not
Like
it's not a gimmick anymore, right?
yeah,
It's not something that you have to go to the park to experience. Well, and there's I don't know. I remember when this ride first came out. It's the practical sets that are really really cool
yeah,
for this ride. I think that's I think the most fun.
right.
So do you even how much does the 3D add?
Maybe nothing, and it's just like, they can save some bucks on washing the glasses and drying them and all that stuff, and how many people, like, walk off with them, as souvenirs and stuff? I always wonder about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been known to walk out with them and then be like, why did I take these and then throw them in the garbage?
Yeah, right? Yeah, you're like, "Yeah, what am I gonna do with these?" Yeah, they're not
Right,
even branded or anything, so
right.
yeah, so,
Okay. Well, I don't know if I
curious.
mean, is anybody in an uproar about this, or is it just like, okay?
Not really. Everybody's
This
just
isn't
kinda like,
this
"Mm."
this certainly isn't like a beloved ride. This is not a ride that you hear a lot about.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, we'll stick with Disney here, go a little out of order on the rundown. So next year is America's 250th anniversary.
Indeed.
Yeah, so, a lot of celebrations, but Disney is kinda letting us know about something that none of us asked for, but I guess they're gonna do it anyway. They are going to have a special edition of the Soarin' ride, both at Epcot and at Disney California Adventure. It's gonna be called Soarin' Across America, and they are shooting it right now in preparation for next year.
Great.
Sure,
Great.
right? Yeah,
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 why not? Yeah, I think that's fine, and that's perfectly fantastic, and it gives something for, fans of Soarin' a reason to ride the ride again and experience something new and different, and I'm sure it's going to have, "Oh, pine trees, and it smells like pine trees," and,
yep,
"Oh, we're going" same old gimmicks, same old everything, they're just gonna
yeah,
shoot different locations.
yeah. I mean, I
Perfectly
guess
fine.
that's what's cool about this style of ride, is you can just go shoot
Swapping it
another
out.
ride film and keep swapping it out.
Totally, yep.
It's interesting to me, though. People love the original one, Soarin' over California.
Mhm.
So much though that it returns for festivals and things. And so I'm wondering, why do people keep going back to that one? Is it because it's nostalgic? And so it's like, oh, this is the first one, so it's the best one. Like there were things about the second one that were improvements, and I'm sure there'll be improvements again on this third one. But what is it about the original that people keep going back to?
I think it's because I don't wanna use rude words, Mike, but because they're idiots. Because they're just obsessed and they
Yeah.
like to be special and they like to say, "Well, actually, the first one was the best because of no reasons at all, but I wrote it, so, I'm gonna go back." I think people just like to be, like,
Yeah.
special and exclusive and talk about how whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you have you get out your Monopoly game and you've got, a version that has little wood houses instead of plastic. I don't know.
All right. Right.
You
Yeah.
think you're cool.
There you go. There you
So
go.
they're just trying to be cool.
Yep.
That's all. That's
I
all.
do like they're getting the same dude back. Patrick, was it Patrick Warburton? Is that his name?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
So
David
he's
Putty, the
yeah,
tick,
yeah, yeah. So he's coming back for
Joe.
to
Uh-huh.
do the pre-show. So that's always good.
That's
And so
fantastic.
yeah, so one last quick hit here. SeaWorld San Antonio announced their new attraction for 2026. It's called Barracuda Strike,
Love
and
it.
it's going to be another family invert. These are pretty popular across the chain so far. One at Busch Gardens Tampa, one at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and now Barracuda Strike coming to Texas.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see in the second half of the show here a couple of these pop up on the surveys. I think these are super fun. I have no problem with this whatsoever. I love an invert coaster, and when it's a family invert coaster, they're not trying to do too much to bang you around. These are a little bit more open, I feel like, than the old style of
Yeah.
inverts.
Hmm.
So they're much more comfortable, much more fun to ride. I love the name, and we're up over the lake there at
Yeah,
SeaWorld San Antonio with this ride.
that's cool.
Um, and if they don't have Heart playing in the queue line or onboard audio,
Yes, yes,
they will have missed an incredible opportunity.
they should.
I hope they took money out of their budget to license that song because that is a great roller coaster song. Dun, 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 dun.
Barracuda.
Barracuda.
There you go. I like it. I like it. I
Yeah.
I enjoyed the new Big Bad Wolf at Busch Gardens. I was surprised how much fun it
Dun, dun,
was.
dun, 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 dun. Big Bad
Barracuda.
Wolf.
Yeah, it's a Big Bad Wolf. Yeah, so I dug it, man. So I can see why a lot of people were like, "Oh, great, another one of these family inverts," but don't hate on it.
They're fun.
They're
They're
fun.
fun. Yeah, what's this? What's the description say? This one of a kind attraction invites guests of all ages to dive into the deep and experience the ocean's most agile predator like never before. Every twist, drop, and right turn Barracuda Strike will deliver a rush of excitement that's bold enough for thrill seekers, yet built for the whole family. There
Yeah.
you go. Glide above the park's iconic water ski lake on a high-speed pursuit that captures the speed, power, and precision of the Barracuda.
There you go.
And I love the video that they have kind of playing on a loop on the website. The roller coaster literally goes underwater.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like,
I know.
no,
Yes.
it does not do that.
That's why I missed the old Anaconda at King's Dominion, and there were fools who actually believed that thing went underwater, like from
Right,
far away. It
not in
looked
a
like it.
concrete tunnel. Right.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
remember the kid. This is probably the 30th time I've said it on the show, but the kid's like, "How do people come out of there when their hair not wet?
Yep.
Must be because the coaster's going so fast.
It's going. It
Dries their
dries
hair."
off by the
Yeah.
time you get back.
Amazing physics, man.
And
I
that
love
boy's name, Travis Kelsey.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna own Six Flags one day.
I'm gonna figure it out.
I got 10% already. I love it. I'm with Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift land. Here we go. Taylor land.
Taylor Wood.
Taylor Wood. That's right. Taylor Wood.
Taylor Wood.
Oh boy. All right.
All
Let's take a
right.
break. When we
Yeah,
come
let's do the
back, let's
surveys.
talk about the future. Let's see which of these survey ideas could come to a park near you. Should be fun. We'll do it right after this.
This is Coaster Radio.
All right. You need a break? Are you good?
That's
Okay.
good.
Here we go. Stand by. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I am here with EB, having a fun time tonight talking theme parks and thrill rides. And as we get closer here to 2026, it's kind of fun to think about not only what's coming up next year, and we already talked about that, like at parks like SeaWorld San Antonio and their Barracuda strike,
Mhm.
but also what's coming up beyond that. And I think one of the ways that parks kind of get our input in that is by putting out these surveys where they show you a bunch of different concept art and concept ideas and say, which of these would you like? And I got to do a shout out to Lance over at Screamscape because he gathered all of these and published them over at screamscape.com. So we're actually just going to go through park by park based on what he put up there and talk about the different ideas that were kicked around and, to kind of talk about them. And some repeat park by park, but some are specific to the parks and some are actually kind of surprising. So this will be fun.
Yeah, this is great. These are always really fun. I've only actually gotten organically in my inbox these surveys once or twice, so I really love that now in this day and age, they automatically go public and everybody gets to see them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's always funny because they say if you take the survey, they're like, you can't talk about it. Don't
Yeah,
talk
don't
about
share
it if
this with
you.
anybody and blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah. It's like,
but
no,
but but we are commenting on something that has already been published, so it's a-okay.
it's fine. You can justify it however you want, Mike. I'm talking
There
about
you
it
go.
anyway.
I like it. I like it. So
You can tell
so
me what to do.
yeah, so here's the thing. So we're going through these now. Remember, these ideas aren't things that are officially coming to the parks. They're just ideas that are being floated. So they may never come to the park. They may never come to any park. So
Mm-hmm.
kind of fun to go through park by park here. So let's do this here, man. Rapid fire. This will be fun. Let's start at Six Flags Magic Mountain. They talked about a couple of things. Do you get excited when they talk about water park stuff? Or are you like, whatever?
No, because I
Yeah.
mean, water parks are water parks, and
Yeah.
unless it's going to be something incredible and totally different and new, I know what I'm going to get at the water park.
Right.
So it's really got to be something special and unique to make a splash for me. Like,
There we go. Yes. They're talking about a dueling water coaster for Hurricane Harbor. So,
okay,
all right.
like
Yeah.
that's fine.
Maybe a couple of side-by-side water slides. That could be interesting. But
Mhm.
here we go. Here's something interesting. A Vekoma launched coaster for Six Flags Magic
Sure.
Mountain.
No,
that could
this
be
is
cool.
great, and this is a what do they call this? A cutting edge launch coaster that blasts riders from 0 to top speeds in seconds, delivering instant adrenaline. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Remember that Top Gun? Wasn't that a Vekoma launch coaster? The Top Gun one that they showed? I mean, it wasn't, it was like an
Oh,
aircraft carrier one that they did, but that looked great in terms of the
sure.
inversions and elements and stuff.
Mhm.
Another thing they're kicking around is what they're calling a collection of rides. So a bunch of new flat rides throughout the park,
Yep, I
which
see that.
probably is something that Six Flags Magic Mountain could use.
Mhm.
And then here's something interesting. They talked about a proposal to replace the current Justice League ride with something that is story driven and would bring mystery and magic of legends to life.
Yes, and this says custom story driven dark ride as a new immersive dark ride experience that would replace the current Justice League attraction. And they have here in this image the Phantom Theater.
Yeah.
So are they going to, bring back the Phantom Theater to Kings Island and then replicate it and put
Oh,
it everywhere?
yeah, maybe.
That could be what
It's
they're
like,
that could be what they're kind of teasing out.
yeah, original IP. Or isn't there
Mhm.
something at Magic Mountain to do with trolls? Didn't they have like the Magic Mountain trolls or something? Would they like bring the lore of the park from the 70s
Oh,
and
that
80s
would be
back?
cute. That would be cute if they would actually do that
Yeah, interesting there. So
and
we'll see.
have their own IP, right?
Yeah,
Instead of
yeah.
just moving something else.
All right, let's talk about Travis Kelce's Cedar Point here.
Okay.
They are talking about a ride that supposedly was going to Magic Mountain, a Vekoma suspended thrill glider coaster. So that's one
Great.
thing they're kicking around. There's also talk of a Vekoma multi-launch family coaster, I guess similar to
Yes.
Big Bear Mountain. And I think they saw how successful that was at Dollywood and probably are thinking, hey, let's bring that to some of our parks too.
Well, and they're and in this one they say featuring themed storytelling, immersive elements, and fun layouts, adrenaline and adventure. That sounds
Yeah.
exactly like Big Bear Mountain.
Yep. Here's one for you though. A family-friendly coaster. Okay, so that's there. But how about this? Proposals for a new show such as a nighttime spectacular or a daytime stunt spectacular.
A daytime stunt show spectacular. Prepare to be amazed by an all-new acrobatic stunt show where high-flying feats, daring flips, and jaw-dropping stunts take center stage. Precision choreography, athleticism, and show-stopping spectacles with a dynamic set, engaging storytelling, and pulse-pounding stunts. Non-stop action. It's a must-see spectacle that celebrates skill, courage, and the thrill of live performance. And the picture they have is a Wild West stunt show where
See?
the actor is getting blasted by an explosion.
Oh wow. Yeah. See,
That
so
I
this is
like.
the thing. Yes, we all want the roller coasters. We all want the thrill rides, but there's something about some of these other ideas, like having a stunt show in the park, a really good one, that makes the park even better. I mean, you saw it with the Waterworld thing that you saw at Hollywood, at Universal Hollywood the other day. Like, didn't you say that's the
Top
most
rated attraction.
top-rated
It is
attraction
the
there? Yeah.
top rated attraction
Yeah.
by guests, yes. But what I don't like about these surveys when they do stuff like this, it makes us have to choose, right? And I don't know
Right.
if that's how these surveys are working, where you just get to vote for one. But I don't like that I have to decide between a Wild West stunt show and the suspended thrill glider.
Yeah,
The
I
suspended
know.
thrill glider, this is an invert motorbike coaster. That's what this is.
Yeah, yeah.
And that looks so cool
I
and
know,
so
right?
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be so much fun to be able to do I mean, motorbike coasters are already super fun, but but an inverted motorbike coaster where you're suspended
Oh,
off the
yeah.
rails, that looks like so much fun.
Especially if they could do that and, like, make it feel like you were, like, doing jumps and stuff off that. That'd be really
Mhm.
cool, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, if it like somehow or it had a little bit of a tilt
Yes,
to it, like
right?
the
Yeah.
individual bikes could tilt a little bit so you could kind of do that leaping sensation, that would be really neat.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
But I'm
Alright,
not voting. I'm voting for the Wild West Stunt Show every time, though.
I know,
Doesn't matter.
right? Right. I was excited for you when I saw that. So how about Six Flags Great Adventure? Of course,
Okay.
King Ka, the tower went down, so they lost 2 rides. They lost Ka, but also they lost Zumanjaro. So they are pitching an idea of a 300 to 400 foot tall new drop tower ride.
Yeah, they are.
That
Mhm.
would make sense since they lost one. They're doing the same thing as Magic Mountain, talking also about a collection of rides, a bunch of flat rides coming there that
Okay,
the park
fine.
could also use. And listen to this. They're talking about adding a Planet Snoopy family area.
Does Great Adventure not have a kiddie area?
I don't know, but I guess do they
Maybe not
have
a dedicated area all to itself, maybe.
I
I don't know
think
the
they
park
do
map.
though. If I remember correctly, when I was there, I remember seeing, but it was Looney Tunes. So are they talking about
Oh,
Six
interesting.
Flags, Six Flags parks not having a Looney Tunes area and
And then
having
retheming it all black
yeah,
to
or
Planet
would they do
Snoopy
2
instead.
different ones? Would they have a Looney Tunes area and a Snoopy area? That would be interesting.
Oh,
It's
that
a
would be
big enough
very
park.
weird.
Yeah,
Sure, I guess you could.
yeah.
Mhm.
I maybe we'll start seeing a little bit of that, like a little of both characters in there. So, since the Peanuts did get their contract renewed with Six Flags. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
how about Great America? They are talking about a family thrill launch coaster. The same thing with theme storytelling and immersive elements. So, that Big
Good.
Bear Mountain. They are also talking about a possible flying theater attraction. They have an IMAX theater there at Great America, and that was demolished to make way for Max Force a few years ago. So maybe bringing back some type of flying theater attraction to that park would be interesting.
Sure, that's fine. And who's making those new flying theaters that seem to be pretty popular with people? There's a new that
I know
so
Mock was making one. Mock made the one where people loaded on one side while on the other side
oh, and it
of the
rotated.
and it rotates. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah. So, I don't know if that would be the exact kind I know there are a couple different manufacturers out there doing that. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Dorney Park up in Pennsylvania in Allentown talked about a Zamperla disco coaster,
Okay.
maybe a Star Flyer.
Not
These are
really
all
a roller coaster, but
yeah,
okay.
yep. Yeah, right, right. A relaunch of the antique car ride that would be more of a story-driven experience. Maybe a family raft ride, and then again a story-driven coaster aimed at kids.
Yeah, this is lame. This We went through a couple of these surveys now, and we went through some that were a collection of rides. And if you look at the pictures, it's a tilt-a-whirl,
Yep.
a nebulas, a
Yeah.
Zamperla nebulas,
Hmm.
and what was the other one? And then another flat ride, but then also the fourth flat ride in the picture is a disco.
Oh, yeah,
So those
yeah,
parks that are surveying a collection of rides not only get the disco, but 3 other flat rides.
yeah,
Dorney Park, it's like just the disco.
yeah. Right, right. Exactly. That's what you
Only
guys
the
get.
one.
Yeah,
Right. The other parks are advertising it like on equal footing with a tilt-a-whirl
yeah.
as a part of a collection of rides. And of course, Dorney is elevating it to soar, scream for an all-new spinning roller coaster,
Right,
wild
right.
spins and sweeping airtime. It's
Yeah,
like, nah, dude, it's a flat. That's a
I
flat.
know.
I don't
And
even think that's a roller coaster.
Dorney Park is such a great park too. Every time I've gone there, I've had such a great time. So I'd
It's
like
a
to see
great
them,
park.
although it's smaller though. They don't have a ton of land. from at least what I can tell.
We
But
can't put in 4 rides. We can only put
yeah,
in 1.
yeah, right, yeah. They got a lot of land on that water park there too. So
Mhm.
yeah, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom out in California. They have this Vekoma suspended thrill glider coaster as one
Good.
of their ideas. They
That's
also
that invert motorbike again.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what one of the ones that they're talking about there. At King's Dominion, they've got a couple of different things. Some things for the water park, a mat racer ride, slide, an action river, and a more adult expansion to the water park with the swim up bar that Carowinds got this past summer. So and King's Dominion, man, they have a new bar area that can overlook the water park. And
Okay.
I've never like been that direction, but it was packed, man, the day I was there. Ton of people. So maybe that's a direction King's Dominion needs to go if they're getting a lot of people through that water park during the summer. I mean,
Yeah.
as much as like I wouldn't enjoy any of that stuff, like, there are people who would.
There
Uh,
are definitely people that would be. I mean, I've been to already water park people aren't necessarily the people I want to be hanging around with, and the water park people who want to go to a bar at the water park,
oh, yeah, 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 right.
even
Yeah.
more so, kind of aren't the people that I'm interested in spending my day with. This multi-lane mat racer, this is a fun one for a water park. Like, I see
Yes,
this, and if
yes,
the park doesn't have this, this makes me excited to say, yeah, this is something that the park needs, especially if they actually race them. Right,
yes.
everybody has to lay down at the same time. 1, 2, 3, go, and then you actually find out who the winner is. Right.
It is pretty cool to like do that and you look left or right and you see everybody going down with you. It is pretty
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, it is great.
And again, here we have the story-driven dark ride on the King's
Yes.
Dominion survey, and again, it's a picture of Phantom Theater.
Yeah, and, they've got that Boo Blasters ride there that used to be the Scooby-Doo one. It's
Yep,
different than the one at Kings Island. It's a different ride system. It's just a regular Sally dark ride, four-seater cars, but I could see them taking that out and putting some type of
sure,
original IP. That could be
absolutely.
interesting. Yeah. Kings Dominion doesn't really have lore, though, the same way that Phantom Theater does.
Singing mushrooms.
Yeah, they got the singing mushrooms. I mean,
Just do
I
Phantom
would
Theater. What's wrong with that?
yeah, I'd like them to go back even old school and do something like, remember the Haunted River? Like some of those characters and stuff. I don't know if they would do that, but it'd be interesting to come up with something completely original for
I
Kings
think it should
Dominion.
just be rednecks at the swim up bar, the dark ride.
Hey, boy, give me a shot of
Where my
moonshine.
kids at? I don't care. Give
Give
me
me a
another
shot of Jack,
$12
boy.
margarita.
Right, right.
This tastes like chlorine.
Yeah. Chlorine margarita.
Sir, you have to get your cup out of the water, sir.
Yeah. Oh, I
Oh.
thought that's where I was supposed to belly up to the bar, baby. He's pouring it out of the chlorine water.
Right.
Let's see. They also talk about the Family Thrill Launch Coaster. So another park possibly getting
Sure.
that. Because yeah, man, that Big Bear Mountain, that was a hit. Everybody's seeing that.
Yep.
Okay, Canada's Wonderland. This is pretty interesting. Some of the ideas they were talking about is a themed log flume ride.
Okay.
That's good
That's
because a
not the
lot of
most
log. Yeah, a
that's
lot
not
of
the
those are
most
going
interesting
away.
thing on this survey. But yes,
Absolutely not. Yeah.
I'm excited about the log flume. That's great.
A Mock Rides Extreme Spinning Coaster.
Awesome. Give
I
me a
like
time
that.
traveler. Put that in the park.
A
Fantastic.
proposed general expansion to the water park.
Nothing says water park like Canada, Mike.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Here's the interesting part, though.
This is the survey. Yeah, this is the one.
Yes, part of the survey, they asked about adding a hybrid coaster to the
Mhm.
park. Specifically, this is what they said, a world record-breaking steel wood hybrid coaster,
Mhm.
and the concept artwork shown was of Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point.
Sure is. That's exactly right. Combining the classic intensity of a wood coaster with the precision of speed and speed of steel engineering, this ride delivers massive drops, high speed turns, and jaw dropping airtime like never before. A world record breaking hybrid coaster.
Yeah.
This is an interesting thing to put on a survey
Yeah.
that we have
Now-
not seen on the other surveys yet.
Now, you've been to Canada's Wonderland. Would this have to be a ground up brand new roller coaster, or is there a ride there that they could, like a Mean Streak, that they could take and do this to? Because remember, Mean Streak was the one that at Cedar Point that they sort of built Steel Vengeance upon. Is there anything at Canada's Wonderland, or do you think this would be brand new?
I mean, what do they have up there? They have the Wild Beast, the Wildebeest, but that's old.
Yeah.
And it's only 80 feet tall. That's not going to break any world records.
Right. Because Mean Streak was pretty huge to begin with.
Right. Massive.
Yeah. So I wonder if
No,
it'd be brand new.
this would have to be a ground up. This would have to be a ground up
Yeah. Interesting.
construction of some sort. But
Yep.
that's what a wild thing to put on a survey.
Right. I like it. Yeah, probably the most surprising thing on the whole list here.
Mm-hmm.
Carowinds has some interesting things. A Zamperla Giga Discovery Ride. They had one of those that was like 172 feet tall, so that's pretty cool. An S&S Scream and Swing.
Great. Good.
And then we get into the coasters. A dive coaster, a wing coaster, a family thrill launch coaster, and some type of proposal for a launch coaster that probably looks a little bit like Alpen Fury at Canada's Wonderland.
Yeah, it's got that color scheme. The Scream and Swing looks pretty awesome. They're showing one that's pretty big with 2 swings. It looks like 10 riders on both of the arms. And they've also got a giant frisbee on their survey too. The Giga Discovery.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of choices here for Carowinds.
Yeah. I gotta say, those S&S Scream and Swings are my favorite flat ride. It's a massive thrill that does not take up a huge footprint. And watch people as they ride those things, man.
And it's a really fun one to watch too,
Yeah,
right? Because you are getting those huge, forces,
Yes.
but you're not going anywhere, right? So
Right.
you really can see that from the ground.
Yeah, it's really great. So a lot going on there. A dive coaster, wing coaster, the family launch coaster, a lot happening, man. That's Carowinds is a great park. I mean, but what do they need the most?
Scream and Swing.
Scream and Swing.
I don't think they need another coaster. I think they've got a fantastic collection of coasters.
Yeah,
right
they do.
now.
They do.
I mean, you could do a dive coaster, but even a dive coaster, the problem with having a ride like Fury 325 in your park is that's the ride that's going to get compared to.
Yes.
For every new roller coaster that
Yeah.
they put in. And every new roller coaster that they put in that doesn't do something really weird on purpose, like an inverted spinning coaster or something like that. You're going to compare that wing coaster to Fury 325 and you're going to say, oh, it's not as good as Fury 325.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time. That's what you're going to say. A launch coaster, you're going to say it's not as good as Fury 325.
Yeah.
A dive coaster, you're going to say it's not as good as Fury 325.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And the thing is, with the dive coaster, with Six Flags Over Texas getting the one that's over 300 feet, is anybody going to put in one after that? Because you're not going to be able to say we have the world record-breaking dive coaster. It's always going to be something smaller. So,
Exactly.
they did that at Dorney Park, and people kind of yawned when they put in like a smaller dive coaster. So I don't know. Interesting to see what happens to that type of ride going forward. Yeah.
Yep.
One of the rides that I really dug at Six Flags Over Georgia was their mine train. It's an aero mine train from 1967.
Monongahela.
Yeah, they're talking about maybe putting something more modern in its place. That would be a little sad to lose that ride, I think. But they would keep it as a family coaster, but it would be more of a hybrid family coaster experience that would send riders through terrain or twisting wooden trestles, diving through steel-forged canyons, and race along a breathtaking mix of airtime hills, bank curves, and other family-friendly drops. So feels much more themed than the current one that they have.
Yeah, and it better be themed if they're family-friendly drops. So if you're not going to give me the actual real thrills, then it better have some cool story to it. And it looks like maybe this would, which would be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So Six Flags must be happy with how Alpen Fury is performing.
There it is again.
Again, the Six Flags Over Georgia talking about a launch coaster with Alpen Fury artwork. They also are talking about fully retheming all of the kiddie areas of the park under one cohesive and exciting new story.
Okay.
Does that mean peanuts? Do you think that means they make it all peanuts?
They very well could. Right now, I think that the one kids section is Super Friends.
Right.
Which is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And that weird Joker arcade space, which is really trashy.
Yeah, right.
They could clean up that whole area. Yeah.
Then they're talking about possibly expanding whitewater water parks. So, and then finally here, Six Flags New England. They are talking about adding an iconic arrival experience coaster.
Okay, now this is another one where I'm getting excited for this.
Yeah.
Part.
So they showed a picture of Gatekeeper at Cedar Point, B&M wing coaster. So They also showed artwork of a B&M dive coaster. They showed Iron Menace at Dorney Park. And they also talked about a log flume, a new kiddie area, and an expansion to the water park. So those were the things on their survey.
Yeah, and I mean this coaster isn't just an attraction, it's a park-wide moment. With its stunning presence at the front gate, it creates an iconic arrival experience, welcoming guests with a thrilling first glimpse that sets the tone for adventure from the moment they enter, combining record-breaking thrills
Yeah.
with immersive theming and a dramatic visual centerpiece. This coaster promises to be a must-ride highlight of your visit.
Yeah.
That's exciting for people at Six Flags New England.
Yeah. I remember when we did our first meetup at Cedar Point and
Mhm.
walking up to the gate, and it was timed perfectly. Like as we were walking up to the gate, gatekeeper went right over the entrance. And
Yep.
that is a moment like get you pumped for your day, man.
You feel like when you
Yeah.
see that happen as you're walking up, you feel like you're walking in the television commercial,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because it is that iconic scene, that iconic moment. Carowinds does it too, right? When the coaster dives under you on that
Yes.
footpath,
Uh-huh. Oh
right?
yeah.
It's absolutely. So Six Flags New England, I hope that you get this because this will be transformative for
Yeah.
every single person who walks through that front entrance. Their experience.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I wish
Very
every park
cool.
could do that. How great would it just that's such a moment. That's such a moment. And yeah, not enough parks have the opportunity to do that, I guess, just
No,
because of the way
what a
they're
good
built. So,
idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
great idea. Great, great. So there we go. Very interesting to see which of these things will be built in 2027 and beyond.
Mhm.
Maybe even some they could pull the trigger on for next year. Who knows? So we'll see. Very interesting stuff, though. I love thinking ahead about the parks, man, and especially now that Six Flags and Cedar Fair have combined. You kind of see them, kind of working across all these 42 parks. Who's getting what type of thing, even if they're the same type of design. How do they change them up a little bit? It's fascinating, man. It's so great. Real fun.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I think it's so much fun. And I think this sort of stuff, the surveys, people should remember this and maybe come back to this when it comes time for Coaster Damas, because
Yeah.
this is giving you some insight into what may be coming soon. And I feel like making a prediction of like a front entrance roller coaster at Six Flags New England would make a pretty good prediction for
Oh,
Coaster
yeah.
Damas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true. That's so true.
Mhm.
You gotta use little hints in episodes like these to
Yeah, be
do that.
smart.
But also, you know what I like, man? It's not all the big roller coasters they're talking about. They're talking about log flumes, and they're talking about flat rides and dark rides. I'm happy to see that that's not just being pushed aside in order, "Hey, let's just do another launch coaster." But, we
Right.
got some of these
I
smaller
mean,
things
we
too.
are getting let's do another launch coaster in just about every single one of these surveys.
Yeah,
But
they're
we're
right,
also
right.
getting Wild West Stunt Show, Dark
Yeah,
Ride, and
yeah,
some unique stuff in there too that actually do get people excited. And hopefully the people taking the surveys, whoever actually is getting the privilege of responding, will respond for the unique thing and not the obvious lame thing, which I
yes.
think the boardroom is going to say is the safe choice. And I hope that's not what they go with.
Yeah, yeah. So again, thanks to Lance over at Screamscape for pulling all of these things together for us. We appreciate it. He does such a great job of like just curating news and
Mhm.
stories and stuff. So a site that's been around since the '90s, man. It's great. So thank you
Yep.
so much to Lance for doing that, and thanks to you guys too for being here week after week, show after show. So next week is the show right before Halloween. So we're gonna have some fun stuff. Some people sending in trip reports. I'm working too, EB, on a fun interview that I think you'll like. A good surprise for next week.
Oh,
We'll
great.
see. A good
We had
Halloween.
2 weeks in a row of
Yes,
surprise people
that's
stopping
right. That's
by.
right. No, this will be a real person though.
Okay. Oh,
So
okay,
yes,
okay.
so yeah, no jokes. So something though for the Halloween episode that should be
All
really
right.
great.
You heard it, everybody. Next week's show, no jokes.
Yes, none, no
It's a
comedy.
very
Yeah,
serious, straightforward show next week, everyone.
that's right. That's right. That's what some people want, man. Some people don't want frivolity and jokes and
Who is
laughter.
this guest? It's like, guys, the guest is coming. No jokes.
No jokes.
Don't tell any jokes.
Don't make any jokes, please. Yeah. Don't worry. It's all going to be good. It's going to be great.
Cool.
So,
All right. I like that. It's a
yes.
good tease.
Yep. So, that and then other interviews and stuff being set up for down the road, man. Like what I dig, EB, is that people are reaching out to us and saying, "Hey, I have an idea for a guest. Here's somebody you should
Oh, we
book."
always love that.
And that really works well because people are sending in some good ideas and some people we hadn't thought about before. So I think you're going to enjoy the next episodes coming up here as we close out season 20.
That's right. And of course, we've got another Ultimate coming up, the big season long game show that we've been doing, the next round of the Ultimate Trivia game. So look for an announcement from that. Sign up for the email list on our website so you can get the early heads up about when that's coming. Mike, we are still looking at February 22nd, Sunday, February 22nd, 2026, for the Costa Radio meetup down in Orlando, probably SeaWorld. But just pencil that in right now. Sunday, February 22nd. I think that's going to be the date of the next meetup. And I not only want to go to SeaWorld, Mike, I really want to try to get to Epic Universe that weekend.
Yes.
I
Yes.
really want to see if we can make that happen as well.
Yeah. You're going to a wedding the day before, right?
There's a Saturday wedding. I'm assuming there's going to be something the evening before on the Friday. I'm hoping there's nothing the day after on Sunday. I'm hoping I can extend my visit back into the week, either before or after.
All right.
I mean, Orlando's a tough place to visit when you're a theme park and roller coaster fan, because you don't like to drop in and just go to one park and then go back,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
I need 12 days.
Yeah, I know. I know. Because I'm definitely down for the meetup, but I'm with you. One of those, I've got to see Epic Universe while I'm there. I can't fly into Orlando and not see Epic Universe. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on that and figure out how to do that as well. Because I have purposely not looked at the POVs, man, and it's hard because they constantly like flood my YouTube
Mhm.
feed and everything. So and Instagram and everything. So I'm trying not to look, but it's getting harder and harder. I think I've seen accidentally enough parts of the Harry Potter ride and the Monsters Unchained where I could probably put it all together because, like, it shows up on your reels and you're like, oh, there's a
That
scene. Oh,
Monsters
yeah,
Unchained one I've definitely seen a lot of. I've only seen a
yeah.
little bit of the Harry Potter, and I have not seen a lot of the and I've seen tons of the characters.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah,
Igor and
yeah.
everybody in How to Train Your Dragon and all that stuff.
Hmm.
But no, there's plenty of park, I'm sure, to discover for the first time. So that's again Sunday, February 22nd, 2026. Mark it on your calendar. Get the time off of work, kind of make that space, and then we'll get more details coming at you as soon as we can.
Yes, lots going on behind the scenes about that. So that's great.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so thank you guys so much. Great to be here. Thanks to everybody who supports the show in all types of different ways. I mean, people do shopping at Amazon, but go to Coaster Radio first and click the Amazon link. That is actually a great way to help. That's
Mm-hmm.
absolutely free, doesn't cost you anything. Even telling people just word of mouth about the show, that's great too. There's just
I've been
tons of things.
seeing new reviews up on the Apple podcasts.
Yes, yeah.
Leave a review, leave us 5 stars, and say something nice. That does help people find us. That does help with discoverability
Yep.
in all the podcatcher apps and that sort of thing. So please do take the time to leave a review of the podcast, and go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. Support the show in that way financially. Pledge your support. Give us $5. Come on. What
Ha!
do you love this show? We've been doing this for 20 years. You can't give us $5.
True.
I mean, do the math. You got 700 and some episodes of the show. That's like pennies, literally.
Yeah, no, today, this episode, EB, episode 810.
Okay,
Yep.
810 episodes. It's
Yep.
ridiculous. Yeah. So yeah, go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. $2, $10, $5, whatever it is. There's perks, there's bonus content. You get access to the Discord, so you can join in some conversations. You get the some special behind the scenes access and things like that. I send you stuff in the mail. I'm getting ready to send out some stuff for Halloween, Mike, some park maps and things like that to the Snail Mail Club. So join up, join the Coaster Radio family by going to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. Let's say thanks, Mike, especially to those who give at the $20 a month level. They get their names read out loud on the episodes.
Yes, thanks to Alex Payne, Brian Wackler, Chris Rankin, Cincinnati Nick, the sweatshirt guy, our friends at Club Z, the two bearded coaster Chris's, CM Venom, Colton Toms, Dino, Grace, John Brody, John Brown, and Josh Combs.
Also, Justin Padilla, Karen and Lee Howren, Kevin Wilson, Kyle Kiefer, our friends at Made to Thrill, Matt Walker, Nick from Paris, Paulo de los Reyes, Rich Barber, Rick Burnley, Shane Mankiewicz, Tom from Louisville, and Zachary Carpenter. Also, thanks to Lindner Design Company, specializing in branding, illustration, and small batch custom apparel. You can find them on Instagram at Lindner Design, which of course reminds us all, go to coasterradio.com and visit the EB t-shirt shop, and you can get all sorts of Coaster Radio gear and swag and all that kind of good stuff. Do your early Christmas shopping. What are you doing? Get in there.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, one of my favorite things that you talked about, the Discord, which of course is available to anybody who is on Patreon at
Mhm.
patreon.com/Coaster Radio. One of my favorite things you have posted recently are the photos of your Halloween display outside.
Yeah, there's a
So
channel
great.
inside of our Discord that's called Holiday DIY because there's a lot of crossover with people who like to decorate their homes for the holidays and theme park fans. So yeah, people are always talking about what they're doing and props that they're making and things like that. So yeah, get in there, check it out. And there's
Yeah.
people giving trip reports and all sorts of things.
I can't wait to share with you some of the things I'm working on. I'm doing a lot with projections this year, EB. So I'm
Yeah, you said
excited
you're
to.
mostly getting ready for close to Halloween to actually turn it all on, though.
Yeah, yeah. I sort of do it night of, but
Yep,
I'm gonna show
that's
you.
awesome.
I'm working on stuff right now, like an in garage projection show. So I will show you that. Pretty cool stuff. We'll
Very
put that
cool.
on the Discord too. So lots to look forward to here as Halloween gets closer and closer in 2025. Cool. There we go.
Good
All right,
game.
thanks, guys. We're gonna shut down. Unfortunately, what we have to do, we have to stop. The only way we can stop recording is to stop the webcast. That's the way Riverside does it. But we'll see you guys back here next week for the Halloween show. We should have a cool
Mhm.
guest, I think. All right, take care, guys. Bye bye.